Well, rip to freestyling. Now, while I would have loved to have a more powerful and grammatically correct opening line, this quote from Frontal Panda does sum up the legitimate concerns of a recent development in the freestyle community. Tool-assisted speedrunning, or TAS, is coming to Rocket League, and with it, the very real threat of faked shots and counterfeit world records. But will this really ruin freestyling forever? Today I'll try and answer that question by exploring the history of cheating in Rocket League, explaining what TAS is and isn't, and helping you see both sides of this controversial but exciting topic. As the dark potentials of TAS looms over Rocket League, I think it's important to remember two things. First of all, faking clips in freestyling is not a new issue. And secondly, over the years, the freestyle community has gotten very good at detecting it. Fake freestyle clips weren't really a big issue in Rocket League until modding became more accessible to the general public. The first major bust coming in early 2020 when a growing trend of slow motion exploiting was exposed by way of a very simple tell. You see, a built-in feature of Bacchus mod allowed players to set their private matches or free play to a slower speed. Then, after recording, all that was needed was to speed up the footage in an editing program and the shot would look legit. Except for one small feature. Even in a slowed down match, this text on the boost meter still flashes at the same rate of about once every 0.4 seconds, meaning when a slow motion shot is sped up, you have a bright flashing indicator that this player is cheating. Now, while I'm sure many got away with this to trick friends or maybe make a cool looking montage, once you start claiming world records, people are going to look at things a little closer. A well-known and talented freestyler named DLG put out a video in April 2020 where he set a new chained reset record, but the boost meter exposed the truth. Here is another player around that same time that claimed the backboard reset record of 7. Now I'm sure you're thinking that players now can just hide their boost meter to get away with this, but you have to remember that these types of discoveries set precedents by which future shots are judged. Any world record claims these days that can't or won't show a boost meter are probably not going to stand. Pinches are another mechanic that players often grind in an effort to set new speed records, and in this case, Bacchus mod can both help them cheat and help us catch them. In December 2020, a player named Fusion posted a new ground pinch world record to YouTube. It's a convincing video that even includes some misses before he hits his record-breaking 213 km/h shot. But it's the handy Bacchus mod speed overlay he uses that is also his undoing. A normal pinch has two speed changes, the pre-hit and the redirect that speeds it up a second time. In Fusion's clip, there is actually a third speed change that takes the shot from about 120 to over 200 km/h. That's because at that second, Fusion hits his D-pad to launch the ball with the Bacchus mod rebound plugin, a training tool that with the right settings can be used to fake pinches. This cheat was used in a few world records that were later proven as false. Yes, just like the slow motion cheats, eventually viewers caught on, the cheaters were exposed, and it became very hard to get away with it anymore. Historically, the freestyle community does a decent job of educating and policing itself, and I can't think of a better example than Shimmy, a player who was recently caught cheating in a way never seen before. The proof of his replay file manipulations are spelled out in incredible detail in this special Discord that was made by Nitro Drift and Taku. I could probably spend a whole video breaking down their findings, but the main point is that this is another example of precedents changing and the community evolving to combat cheaters and protect the legitimacy of the freestyle scene. And with that in mind, I hope I have quelled some of your fears as we look at both the positive and negative potential of TAS in Rocket League. Tool-assisted speedrunning is done by slowing down a game and recording precise inputs in order to create a theoretically perfect playthrough. This may include pausing and going back to repeat certain sections, or even splicing inputs from other runs. The result will be a speedrun with an accuracy that is beyond what any human can do. TAS has been around since the early 2000s and has active communities in many different games. Tool-assisted speedruns are produced with an emphasis on entertainment value and are more concerned with the research into the theoretical limits of a game rather than attempting to replace or discredit actual human achievements. And I believe TAS in Rocket League could follow a similar path. About 6 months ago, Halfway Dead of the Rocket Science channel gave the community its first look at what TAS could accomplish in Rocket League. Using his own TAS program, Halfway Dead spent hours playing and replaying sections of the Canyon Dribble map until he had captured a perfect recording. His 3-minute and 23-second speedrun really demonstrates what TAS is all about, creating something amazing that no human player could ever pull off. And that's reflected in the comments he got as well. But not everyone feels the same way, and lately there's been a lot of negativity directed at the idea of TAS being used in Rocket League. While Halfway Dead has yet to release his TAS publicly, he isn't the only person that's been working on it. Recently, a few other players have been showing off their own TAS shots on YouTube and TikTok. The first is Impulse, a pretty accomplished freestyler in his own right. When you give a player like this the power of TAS, they can pull off some pretty incredible plays. Yes, for most TAS clips, actually being able to perform the mechanics at regular speed is an advantage, whereas a less skilled player may end up spending double the time trying to make the same shot. The second player that's received a lot of attention lately is Tyrese, who, unlike Impulse, has been posting his TAS shots to TikTok while pretending they are legit, which puts him into a very gray area when it comes to Rocket League. While using TAS in your private matches or free play is not against terms of service, deliberately deceiving viewers is definitely looked down upon, especially if you start trying to claim world records. But that's not the only thing that has the freestyle community riled up. No, most of the controversy and fear on social media is due to the recent announcement that Impulse and Tyrese would soon be selling their TAS program, which has led freestylers like Frontal Panda to proclaim that the end of freestyling as we know it is near. But in my research for this video, it wasn't the faking of shots with TAS or even its pending release that I found most troubling. No, it was the fact that this TAS is not actually theirs to sell. Alright, to start off, can you tell the viewers who you are and your relationship with Tyrese and Impulse?
My name is Blaku, and I'm the guy that made the plugin that they're using for TAS.
Okay, so when I talked to Tyrese and Impulse, I was told you weren't interested in being part of this video. Can you tell me what actually happened?
Well, they had kicked me from their group chat before this video was in the works. They were trying to scam people with a tool that I made, and was telling people about it. They got mad and they kicked me.
Okay, that's surprising for sure, because now it seems like they have another developer working with them, and they have this Discord where there's wild claims that TAS will soon be working in regular private matches and competitive. Is this the program you built is going to be able to do this?
No, not at all. I'm not sure what they're working on, but having something working in private matches and competitive, that's pretty much impossible with server delay. Everything has to be exactly right for that to work.
You know, that really makes me wonder why they would even be saying they're going to be able to do this.
Could be to try another scam, could be just a prank on the community. I really don't know since they kicked me.
For people that are curious about TAS, what advice would you give them?
Well, first off, don't download anything from a third-party source, and the best place to get plugins is from Bakizmod. But fortunately, there's now a TAS plugin on Bakizmod releasing today that you can try out for yourself.
Yes, I'm excited to announce that in conjunction with this video, Blaku is releasing his TAS plugin to the public, and it's completely free on the official Bakizmod website. How it works is fairly straightforward. First, you record your inputs at whatever game speed you are most comfortable with. Make a mistake? No problem. After updating, you can just play back the current recording to the point you want to take over again, and then continue the shot from there. Once complete, you will now be able to play back the entire shot at regular speed. Now, to go along with this release, I will be holding the first ever Rocket League TAS competition, where I'll be looking for the craziest TAS shots in Rocket League to feature in an upcoming video that will put the best entries to a viewer vote for cash prizes. For the entry form, full contest rules, and to download the plugin, please refer to the pinned comment or description below. So to finish off the video, I think I have to try and answer some of the community concerns of a now publicly available TAS plugin. First of all, TAS is pretty much useless in competitive play. Even if you were able to get around the ping issues, TAS shots require a static start. If the ball is moving, it's not going to work. Remember, TAS doesn't play the game for you. It can only repeat pre-recorded shots. It's true it could perhaps be used for a speed flip on kickoff, but macros have already made that cheat a possibility in Rocket League for years. This isn't a new threat. Now, much like other Bakizmod hacks, people will probably use this for views and likes on TikTok. But if you're watching TikTok, do you really care about content being legitimate? I mean, probably 90% of the platform is already fake or scripted, and that includes some of the Rocket League creators. Going forward, I expect high-profile players and those trying out for teams will continue to be held to a higher standard. And as with the recent findings around replay manipulations, precedents will be changed to account for TAS cheating as well, perhaps with controller cams being a requirement for future high-level freestyle tournaments. And finally, I don't believe TAS is going to be replacing human freestylers anytime soon. Most viewers want to see real people pulling off the best freestyle shots they can, while I expect Rocket League TAS will most likely lean towards the weird and impossible. Much like TAS in other games, I'm sure both of these types of Rocket League content can coexist peacefully. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and tell me your thoughts about TAS in the comments below. For all the links you need to participate in the upcoming Rocket League TAS competition, you can refer to the description or pinned comment. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.